on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't make this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Flush to his right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Caught on the slant. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there. They forced the incompletion.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Again, it's Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's got the first down and more. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolutely devastating effect.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Steps away to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. 7-7, our score after one. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Brady. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. More than one defender here, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively. I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap. Made the proper adjustments, and that forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Brady now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brady again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get him 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That was a fun sack for the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top.
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On on 2nd and 10. Brady. There's Chris Olave. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gap. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up the 3rd and 2 more.
I just think a major focus at halftime means how to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you call that to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
From the 31, Herbert. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Herbert now. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Herbert back to the air. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. T.J. Hockenson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Brady. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Brady now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joseph Ossai able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs, and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Herbert on first down now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Irish respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. And watch them drive. It would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Again, Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's Kamara on the read option. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. That throw by Brady incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Brady. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Brady. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try to run this one in, and they'll get it down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing, Herbert. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They gambled for the win, and they trail by 1 here in the final moments. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. That was an excellent come from behind victory, Charles, especially there.